You can continue. Meanwhile, we'll join the repeat.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, hey, hey everyone. So this is Shekhar. You can call me Soma as well. A quick brief about me. So I close to have 9 years of experience into IT, and a bit of and more than 5+ years into ServiceNow development and administration. So I'd like to know your details first, like just knowing the audience. So you can go ahead with your name and what you're doing, or whether you're a student or professional, just a bit of it. So yes, go ahead. Who wants to go first?
Yeah, hi all. I'm Swati.
Yeah. Hi, Swati.
Okay. Hi. So I did my BTech in information technology, but it's been but it's been too long, and I doesn't have any work experience on IT background. And I stopped working long ago as well. It's been 6 to 7 years since I stopped working, and now again I would like to restart my career once again.
Okay.
And I thought ServiceNow should be a nice fit for me to come back again.
Absolutely. Yep. Thanks, Swati. Shravya or
Yeah. So hi all, and it's the same again. I have my background into computer science, but again, it's been like very long for me. And I even I worked for a non-IT company, so I have zero experience with IT sector or with the coding thing. And yeah, so again, I have chosen this service now because it's a tool-based thing, and yeah, that's it for now.
yeah. Thanks, Shravya. So Shweta, right? Shweta, you there?
Hello.
Yeah, Satish.
You can continue.
Fine. Yeah. So, well, I mean, so you already have decided to take a ServiceNow training. I'm sure that you kind of done your primary research into what it is and how the environment would look like, and what career opportunities after the training you will be having. Um, I'm sure that you would have gone through all the details, but yet I'll bring out few more points to your notice, that what actually ServiceNow is and how it works in today's session. Not in depth, but just a basic, a quick overview, and just these details and what it would be after you're done with the training, and what are the roles you will have if you are as a ServiceNow guy. Let me share my screen. Yeah, so I'm sure that you all know what ServiceNow is. So as Shruti or someone said, that it is a tool, but that's an layman term. But what from the industry that we say it as an it's a cloud-based PaaS that been offered by ServiceNow. Actually, ServiceNow is not a tool name; it's a company name, wherein they just named the tool after their company, and it was actually started long back, and they've got many of releases, and now it into a matured state. So yeah, so that's about ServiceNow, but they're basically from the US, so the product and headquarters, all that operates from the US. It is a US based product. So their product serves as a both, wherein in cloud. So I'm sure that you be knowing about cloud, but if you don't know, no issues. So cloud has a different sort of offerings, wherein IaaS. Just give me a minute. There are three types of offerings when someone opts for a cloud. So basically, they are SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. So, what IaaS means is that it is an infrastructure as a service, and SaaS means that software as a service. And PaaS means that platform as a service. So now coming to ServiceNow, they serve both SaaS and PaaS. It totally depends on what the customer requirements are. So they serve as a SaaS for the automation, the other process for the very, like wide enterprises. But apart from that, they go with the PaaS all the time. So as a platform, as a service, even if you refer ServiceNow, you should be saying that it is a platform, not a tool in IT terms. So you can say it as a platform. Yeah, it is a platform as a service. So yes, ServiceNow is basically IT ticketing tool, that I could say, or just a ticketing tool, wherein many of the projects around the world they are using. So previously it used to be the Remedy and HP. There are these two people are competitors for ServiceNow, but however ServiceNow being the top one, so they have many applications in embedded in to the tool, be it ITSM. Just no, don't worry about the terms. Just I'm just letting you know. So you will come across these because there are relations to these terms and what ServiceNow is. So HRSD. These are like applications in ServiceNow being a platform. ITSM, there are a few more modules under to it, and HRSD and CSM is a customer service management, and you'll also come across something called ITOM, which is for IT operations management and event management. So we have this, and there are a few more other modules which is for PPM. So basically ServiceNow serves all the needs in a project. Let's suppose that you been selected to a IT company, and there are different processes inside it, right? So wherein right from your onboarding with the HR guy, so to your till you get allocated to your project, and inside the project there will be so many processes. So all these processes are actually come from not all, many of them come from a framework called the ITIL. So you will be knowing about this in future calls, future sessions. So what this means is that ITIL is like IT infrastructure library. So it is sort of a framework or a best practice guide that you should be following when you implement something in your project or your organization. So this basically like a pocket guide or something that what you should be following when you implement a process inside the organization or your project. So yeah, so any doubts so far what these terms are?
No, I'm good.
Okay, you're good, right? Fine. So you can stop me at any time. So yeah, we can break there and we'll discuss and move forward. Fine. So this ITIL term would play a major role in defining the processes inside the service. Now, what we call as a modules. So they are application modules. So yes. ITL have many processes inside it. I hope somewhere around like 23 to 29 processes. So they've been ramified or segregated into different phases of a project. So yeah, you will be knowing few of them because all developers or administrators won't be using all these processes. They don't even be knowing about them, but just 4 or 5 processes which would be a handy or you'll be working with that processes every day, and you'll be going through that processes in your day-to-day life as a developer or an administrator in IT. So wherein even if you take a software development project, you will go through these processes right from the request management to incident. So these are all processes. We'll discuss about this in future calls, because there is a separate session for these alone, like what this process means and how it serves or fits into ServiceNow as a module, and what is the end goal of this process, and what is the benefit of being implementing this process into the ServiceNow. So you will know about this, and there are few pointers which quantify what actually is this process and how does it benefit. So we'll be discussing about them too. So there are a few processes you can just have this in mind, because these are all the ones that you'll be coming across in your day-to-day life. So these 5, I would say the most used ones in your day-to-day life, apart from your SD software development lifecycle, be it agile or the traditional waterfall method. So yeah, any doubts here for the request incident, what these are? No, right? Speak up, please.
No.
Okay. Anything is fine. Even if you don't understand, just let me know. Even if you understand it, well and fine. Just let me know
Does
that.
service catalog come under this things, or it's a different
It
one?
comes no. It comes under the request process. So service catalog is a name that defined in ServiceNow. We generally name it as a catalog in ITIL terms, but in ServiceNow, this is a separate module, service catalog, wherein you'll be building the catalogs, like how we have the Amazon and the Flipkart. So these stores will be clicking on ordering, right? So as such, you will be building the catalogs for your customers if you've been into a project. So wherein like let's suppose you want to build you want to raise a ticket that you need another laptop or mouse. So how would you do it? So we need a tool like how we have Amazon as a service in web. So we'll be using the ServiceNow tool to serve that needs in our internal projects inside the project. So you'll be building those from from scratch, and you'll modify it and you'll build what has to happen when you submit it. So all this comes in your future sessions. So it's like so these are all interlinked, but since this is just a demo session, I'm not going to scare you much because I'm sure that it would be a new for many of you. Well, have you come across these terms before, any of you?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't introduce myself before. I'm Shruti. I did my master's here, and I worked on Hadoop and Java before. I'm on a break, I'm on maternity break for 2 years.
Okay.
I had my ServiceNow admin certification 6 months ago.
Okay.
So I had some training before.
Oh,
So I'm just
all right. Good to know that. So yeah, is it a sort of a refresher session for you?
not exactly like, I mean, my friends work on ServiceNow, so
Okay.
I normally I know a little from them, so I just want to make sure I have deep knowledge.
Good, good. I mean, friends are the best resources that you can go for when you have a
Yeah,
doubt.
that's why I totally shifted my uh, this career now, because I used to work on the IT before. Now I want all my friends work there, so
Hmm.
it will be a good start now.
Okay, okay. So you have the coding experience too, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah, yeah. But
Oh,
I'm mostly looking on the admin side now, so
okay. Oh, you want to be admin, not a developer.
I mean that's okay. I mean the basic coding I'm fine, but if it's kind of little deep, so
Yeah, we'll
I
discuss
just
about that because so I think this is one of the most low code app that you can work with. So I'm sure that you can Google it if you type low
yeah.
code apps. Yeah, so you will come across ServiceNow because it all pre-implemented. Like you are not gonna reinvent the wheel from the scratch again. You're just gonna make amendments to it according to your customer requirements. It's like you don't have to build all the processes what we've been discussing just while ago, like request, incident, problem. So you're not going to build all these processes inside ServiceNow. You'll just modify it according to your needs, because each and every organization have separate goals, right, in achieving. Even you three of them have separate goals in attending these course. Some of you may want to get the job, and one of you want to just gain the knowledge and look for transition inside. So how many of you are working right now? No one, right?
No, I'm not working now.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
Okay, no,
Actually,
no.
I'm working. Sorry, this is Shweta.
Hi, Ashwin. So you work as?
A Java developer.
Okay, so we have one more Java developer in our session. So yeah, Shruti also works on Java, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yes,
Shruti?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah. Fine. Doesn't matter if you are from a Java background or from non-IT or from any other admin support team that you've been into your earlier, experiences. Because I don't think it might help you in writing the code from your experience as a Java developer or any other. But the ServiceNow modules and application functionality, it totally different been to what you've been working so far or earlier. So it is like you won't be using the code most of the times, because we have many I could say components inside the service now that which will make our life so easy that you don't need to build from the scratch, just putting some sort of a conditions and deploying it to the productions test and testing it. So these would, I'm sure that you will love working with ServiceNow, because it absolutely it is a transition, a good fit for transition for many of you. And apart from that, you won't feel like a developer really, because you won't be coding much. There are some parts where you have to code, which are integration and the server side scripts, but you don't feel that it's a really a coding job or a developer job to be done. So there are workflows you have to code, but just one or two lines of code. You as a Java developer, I'm sure that you should be coding a hell lot of time and spending many hours in reading it and interpreting it and letting other the code reviewer understand. So you won't come across these problems inside ServiceNow because these are all pre-built, which we call it as a plugins. You will come across this word again in future. So it called plugins. Shit. Sorry. It's called plugins. So plugins are like, so we'll be having a separate plugins for each of this module. If you, let's suppose that if you get into a service now and you become an implementer for it as an specialist or something inside over the time or down the line, and you don't have to build all this from the scratch. As I said earlier, I'll be repeating this word because it is what it is for, because plugins have all the pre-built things in, and you just need to install it and test it and make amendments to it. So these processes are, all of them are like different plugins, but you won't be doing it because these are we get these processes in a basic pack or a package. You just don't need to install them. But if you go to the other applications like HRSD, which is human resource service delivery, custom CSM is for customer service management. So these are different applications wherein you get a chance to install the plugins. Not only this, there are a few more components inside the basic ITSM modules like release management and so what it is, the virtual agent. So this is a new hot topic, virtual agent and agent workspace. So these things you will get a hands-on to install the plugins on your own. You don't have to uninstall the plugins that's already been there, because it will cause some sort of a troubles in managing the data or getting back those data into the ServiceNow again. So yeah, I'm not gonna confuse you too much for now. So this is a basic overview of ServiceNow, how it works and what is their offering model from ServiceNow, and what who are their competitors like Remedy and HP, BSM, I believe. Inside HP, there are many, not only the BSM, or there are other ticketing tools too. So Remedy used to be the top one before ServiceNow, but I'm sure that it's been down in rankings now, because ServiceNow being the top. And I believe that is the reason that you all take this course. It is in boom. I'm sure it is in boom. This is on ServiceNow, how it is and what it will be in future. So any doubt so far? Speak up, please.
No, I have a question. Like, are we going to discuss about the integrations in the future classes?
Yes, it is in the content. Will be.
Okay. Thank you.
So what are you expecting on the integrations?
No, I mean, I was trying to take some interview calls, and a lot of people are asking about the
Integrations.
integrations. Yeah,
Exactly. Because
I mean, it's so confusing. Like, my friends try to explain me, but it's a little hard.
yeah, it will be a bit hard than the other parts of in a admin or development components, because it is really integrating the other tools with your service now, wherein you have to deal with the different sorts or formats of data processing. But I'm not going to scare you. I'm sure that it would be very fun if you come across how it would be on if you learn it from the beginning. So I would say that it would be easier. Just go with the flow. You will come to know about them in future. Maybe so far future, I am sure that it will be at the last of this course. But I can guarantee you that it will be fun working on integrations, because they don't work most of the times. Okay, so yeah, that's the fun part of being a ServiceNow guy. So any doubt so far? I can hear only one voice. Rest of them,
So I'm not sure regarding any of these terminologies. So I'm
terminology.
just being quiet about this topics too.
Yeah, you'll master it.
And
You don't have to
yeah,
worry.
yeah. And one more thing is, if you, I mean, not you in specific, but anybody who is actually giving the training, if they can relate with a real-time example, like the very basic examples, like in the words we, I mean, we means I can understand. So with a real-time example, something like we can relate with,
Mm,
yeah, like,
we'll try that format then. Sure.
yeah. That
Yeah.
would be better, because if I go like these with these terminology, then
Well, you
I don't
don't.
think I will end up in getting the concepts. So yeah.
I'm sure that it won't be as such, because these are to let you know about what ServiceNow is actually. So what are their offerings, and how the platform would be in future. But you will, what would I say, that you won't be having the future sessions as is. So we'll be relating with as such we've done for the request. I'm sure that you would have used Amazon, Flipkart. So as such, we'll be building the
Oh yeah.
catalogs, and yeah. So the request process more is in line or aligned to that format. And incident is similar, but it would be in IT terms. We'll try mostly to get you through the real life examples. Let it be
Yeah.
box, whatever it is. We'll try to get you there. No issues.
Okay.
Others, you find you're getting it. I'm so
And
glad that you will let it me know about what you want from this course and how you want to
yeah.
understand the concepts.
Yeah, and how would you suggest like the service now for newbies like me? I mean, because we don't know the terminology, and even I have no background into coding. So what would you suggest? Like for me, like whether you, I mean, is this a perfect start or like such? I'm asking.
So as a beginner, I'm sure that it will add, more weightage to your resume or profile. Um, y- I'm sure that you come so far now that you decided service now you wanted to be a service now developer or administrator. So I don't wanna you to step back and discourage, but this is the fact that you won't be having much of coding into it. Like, it is a low code app, as I said earlier. You will have code if you are interested into it. So you want to be a developer or administrator?
Um,
Both of would
I
work.
will no. I choose non-coding job, but I mean, but in the profile I can see that we should have both. I mean, only then it will be good, like for future.
Yeah,
So
because so JavaScript is the base for this, as in, like, you really don't need to mm, be a master at JavaScript or JD at it, but you have to know few concepts, as in, like, arrays, objects, when you are doing the server script or a client script. So that will come in future, but you really don't have to worry about them, because these I'm sure that you are a CSC grad, as you said, or an IT, right? So you'll be knowing about them in future. I'm sure that most of them are already being taught by your lecturers and your colleges. So let's just forget about that. We are not gonna take you back to your college. Just we'll go with the flow. So for now, this have in mind as a ServiceNow as a tool, and it provides an platform, service to the customers. So
okay.
just have that in mind, and
Yeah.
we'll go deeper down the line. So I really don't want to scare you guys further. So fine. So just know about these terms for now. You even if you don't remember, not an issue at all. So we have a Google. So fine. So no issues. And
Thank
we'll talk about the roles and roles in the specific. There are just two roles. When you come to ServiceNow, there are many according to the organization needs. But as a beginner or a transition guy to the a career progression guy, you will come across these two. One is that ServiceNow administrator. Uh, sorry. Admin. The other one is developer. So we'll differentiate between these two. Like so, how would how a day look like as an admin, and how a day look like as a developer. So see, these both are same. So admin can do the developer job. Developer can do the admin job. It is essential that you should be knowing both of them. It's like you should be knowing the administration part and also the developer part. As I've been repeatedly saying, it is a low code app. So you don't need to worry about being a developer, because we have many things in place to make our life so easier. Fine. So we'll just differentiate these two. So so when you come across a notification or a posting as a ServiceNow admin, so you will be having a limited limited opportunities to explore it further. Like as a developer, you get a chance to work on new things, and you get a chance to implement the existing out of the box products further. But as a admin, you get to solve the user queries and user issues and platform issues. So platform issues in the sense, like if you are you'll be come across something like your network is too slow. As such, a user says that my service now is too slow, it is not responding. Is it only for me or for everyone? So in that case, it goes to admin, not to the developer, because developer actually works on the things that are new and that are not being provided as a KD to admin. So yeah, from the user queries and the request in the sense, not in developing, just day-to-day requests, like I need a laptop and the flow is not working fine, and it is not being provided to right group. So these things and all go to admins, and they are the owners, or see, even the developers also the owners. But in if in your project someone reports that ServiceNow is too slow, or I'm not able to access it, and I'm getting some 404 error, or it is not online at all. So admins are the first guys. They'll get a ticket to work upon, and they'll solve it further, and the customers will be happy. So they'll make customers happy in this way. And coming to the developers, they do make clients or customers happy in improving the solutions that's been already there. So it is like we have X and Y features already, and you want to add Z into it. So we should be reaching the developer, not the admin, because he though he knows how to develop it and develop it and make customers happy, but it goes to developers, not to the admins. So it is like the day-to-day jobs, or the lame not the lame, I won't say lame jobs, the repeated tasks goes to admin, and the developers gets to work upon the new things and extend the product further to their capability and their limit. So any doubts on these two roles that you will be, hearing in future?
No.
No. So if you have any doubts what really an admin does or a developer does, you can ask me. Like, you can give me a situation where who works on what. I can define it. It's totally up to you. I'm sure that it is these two terms are not new in IT industry, or even in our day-to-day life. If let's suppose that you take an Amazon app and uh, you, you see a new feature maybe every month or 15 days once. So who's going to add it? It is a developer. But if you say that the interaction doesn't work in your Amazon app, and who's going to work? It is an admin. So it is like, so admins are the ones who solve the issues that's the solutions already being developed and deployed into the production, and developers are the ones who's going to develop new things and add more features or components or new things to the product. So just stick to it for now. We'll discuss about what comes in administration part and what comes in a development part. So yes, so with this, I would like to wrap the session. And if you have something in your mind that you really wanted to know in the demo session, just shoot at me. Like, I'm open to the questions now.
I mean, I've been hearing that even if I get an admin job, I still have to do the developer part, it seems, right? I mean, not too much, but people have been expecting one should know both of them.
Yeah, admin and developer are like husband and wife. They are like husband and wife. So they have their own dependencies. So you can't live without your wife, and you can't live without your husband. It's a lame example. Just bear with me. Yeah. So it is indeed that you should be knowing both, and our course content also the same. You will be knowing about the administration and also the development part. So we'll equip you in a way that you are ready to any of them. You can be an admin or you can be a developer. So it totally upon your requirement what you want it to be, but you will be ready for both of them. So yes, does that clear your question?
Yeah. I have one more question. I know you're working on ServiceNow right now. So how often do you get a chance to work like on the application scopes, like the new application scopes?
The, it, I mean, as I said, it's totally up to your clients
Yeah,
and
client.
your requirements and your project requirements. It is not that we get a chance each and every day to work on a scoped application, but you might be having a new improvements to be added to the scope application that's already been developed by someone in maybe your the previous developers or whoever it is. So you will also get chances when you have a requirements for your clients or your project requirement to develop a new custom application. Yeah, and, this answers your question, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
Any other questions? Speak up, please.
No, I don't have any actually.
Okay, good. So yeah, Satish. Satish is not in. Fine. Then I'll wrap this session. Satish or someone from the institute will get back to you on the further terms or procedure. Thank you so much. Yeah,
I
go ahead.
have one more question, if you
Yes.
don't mind.
Yes, please.
Are we going to discuss about discovery? Because I know it's the latest and the hot topic, which is happening in service now.
Discovery is not the latest one, I could say.
Oh,
Um, I'm sure that we won't be discussing the discovery because see,
Okay.
I'll tell you what the intent of this course is. That see, you should be knowing how the platform works in deep, and what you gonna do when you get a new requirements into we basically be discussing about the ITSM modules. So as I
Okay.
stated in that, so as I said earlier, it is a platform. So whatever the let's suppose that you worked on a request management process for now, and the same code and same functionality you want to build it up on other application or the module, it will be the same, but the terms or the back end names, so these will be differing from one module to the other module. So we'll equip you in a way that you work on the ITSM, fine. You'll be knowing about the ITSM, and then with this ITSM, you'll be able to work in other applications too, as in HRSD, CSM, because it is unique to the platform level, and whatever that you there, the same thing, but just the process that's been defined in the project differs, and the requirements differs. But the code and the components that you use to get the results are same. Does it answer your question?
Yeah.
And discovery is not in this content, because that's a wider subject. I would say that comes into the CMDB and then even management, ITOM and all. But I believe there is a module for ITOM in the course, which will just brief you about what is ITOM and how does that relate to the other processes.
Yeah, I mean, I was just asking because it's purely with the interview perspective, people are just asking about all these things right now. So
Yeah,
I
I
know
mean,
I won't be working on those things. I'll be mainly working on the ITSM tool itself. But in during the interviews, people are just asking about the integrations and a lot about the discovery these days. So
yeah, so I would say that integrations and service portal, ITSM being the basic, and so these are the basic ones you should be knowing about when you go for an interview, and you should be answering them. And there are few server side things and the client side things that you should be knowing when you go for an interview. So these are unique to the platform level. So that's gonna get you a job, not the ITSM or anything, just just the components that's been there in already. Fine. So one question to ask: am I being too fast or too slow, or how is it? You can rate me right now.
No, actually, I don't have the basic knowledge. Still, I can understand what you're saying, but it's too early for me to post any questions, and most of my doubts were already answered by you. So this was
Yeah.
good.
So you wanna go with the same speed, or you want me to increase the speed? You want me to play in 1.5 or in just fine?
No, I'm good with this, and I don't
Fine.
know.
Thanks to know. Fine. Then I'm gonna leave this session here. So Satish or someone from the institute will get back to you. Thank you so much for attending.
thank you.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.